Are you going to sell your Mavic 3 for an Air 3? No, you're not going to do that. Stop thinking crazy. You're not. That's not what this video is about. That is. Why is it not landing in my hand? Hey, this is Dad Random, and you guys knew this day was coming. You guys knew that I was going to take one for the team again. And yes, I have gone and purchased myself an Air 3, knowing full well that this is not going to be the only version of this drone. There's just no way. There's just no way that this is going to be it. The powers that be have a pattern, but that doesn't mean I'm not interested. I opened this up the other night, last night, put everything together, and it was actually very smooth. I don't know if it's because I've gone through a lot of DJI. I've gone through a lot of DJI setups. This one took probably the same length of time, but it went pretty good. I didn't have any problems. One thing off the bat, okay, DJI, stop putting satchel bags together that I can't take this thing off. I hate this thing. I will cut it off. This thing. So if you find a drone with this satchel cut off at the cord here, it's mine. I cut them off every time. I haven't done this one yet, but it's going. It's got to go. It's just got to go. I really do like the clasp. This is a nice little clasp. That's a really good little add-on. Probably the most impressive thing that they did was this. Taking a Mavic-sized battery and putting it in, and this does feel like a Mavic 3 battery, Mavic 3 or and putting it in a case. This little charging case is pretty cool. How about throwing some digital information on the front of this? That would be kind of cool. But the sun is coming up. I've got to get flying. The heat is on, basically. So yeah, I'm very impressed with that. So let's do some quick setup. I did all of the pre-check stuff. I even went onto the FAA website and got my registration done. I do not know how a lot of you guys that did the reviews for DJI used one of their drones, registered it, flew it commercially, and then unregistered it. But you probably did. You have your ways of doing it. But let me just go ahead. Now this is a nice little feature. This little gimbal guard is really nice. Once you get to how to figuring it out how to put it on is nice. I really apologize. So you got registration card going there. So right away, one of the larger cameras that I've seen on a drone like this. Let's go ahead and get her turned on. Controller wise, I don't know anything yet. Until I fly with it, it's so far on the setup, and as far as the screen and all that, it's the same. It really feels the same. It seems the same. With the addition of a couple of antennas, that's great. But as soon as we get in, this is going to be our
approached edge of altitude zone.
No, I'm not, guys. This is not an altitude zone. But yeah, take off with caution. Everything went really smooth. As far as the body, the body itself, it does have just a bit smaller. I would say much. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to hand launch. I've never flown this thing ever. I don't know if this is the way to do a first flight. I flew enough Mavics. Let's do a takeoff. It doesn't send me through the rookie stuff, so that's good. So we've got updates. We've got collision avoidance going on here. We've got a really nice sunrise. And we are going to be off to the races here. Right there. Let me get that out of my put it down here. But we're going to take a first flight. Get it up out of the. And we're going to be into the sun for a little bit of it. We're going to go over the golf course. We're going to go over to the new resort. There's a very large, beautiful new resort. And we're going to take advantage of the sun, the low sun. So I think I got all my cameras running. Let's go ahead and take her out. And we're not doing anything crazy because it's day one of quite a bit of testing. Why would I buy this thing? I think that's the big question. If I had an Air 2S, and the answer to that one is I wouldn't, okay? And the reason why I'm saying that is not because I want all the glory with this one, is I do not trust the DJI folks that they're not going to create a new version of this with just a slightly better camera system. And let's see, almost forgot to record my flight because I'm acting like let's see, make sure everything's good. There we go, we got recording. But yeah, sometimes that happens. You get excited and you do things like not record. 4K 60. Wow. And I have no filters. I usually have no filter anyway, right? I say the gimbal has a similar calibration. Real nice slow gimbal drop there. But this is a great place to get a first flight in. So I'm going to take advantage of, let's see, we got 94%. It did take a really long time to get that first charge. Batteries. There we go, that's beautiful down there. It's a great test of its camera. And so, yeah. You know, right away, I'm just going to tell you, yeah, the Mavic 3 camera, you know, the Micro Four Thirds camera is going to be the ticket if you're a photographer, especially in low light. I wouldn't even mess with ND filters with this one for a while. And the reason being is, let's get this thing up. We got the golf crew down there doing maintenance, getting things together. Because I just, you know, the sensor is smaller, you know. But if you've used an Action 2, you kind of already understand the lighting issues that you're gonna have to deal with. You know, it's really hard to put NDs on that, and you know, you can experiment with a low level ND. Like if it was midday, having an ND on this would really be nice. Let's get the mountain there as it's lit up. Gosh, this is just beautiful out here. But as you can see, it's gorgeous. It flies like a Mavic. It's not a Mavic. You got to remind yourself constantly that you've got 40 minutes of flight time. It says 44, and I will touch upon using some of that. Yeah, let's go up over these houses over here. Look at the light, how it just hits all the sagebrush, but it's going to be like Hades hot out here. This town, you know, has very little contrast today. You guys in Florida, I kind of envy you guys because you've got at least a contrasty sky, and you get rain, you know, you get those things. But guys, this heat is going to start making my cameras hot, and I've got 2 cameras going. I've got a third just in case. So we could go to 3 cameras. Going out to the resort. I'm going to take the resort by storm here. There's a massive PGA course I'm flying over, and a resort to boot. It's going, I'm definitely going right into the sun. So if I can get the sun, what I'm trying to do is get the sun to my left. And I'll do a quick circle here. There we go. I really don't need the 70 millimeter today, but I'll try it. I'll get some 70 millimeter shots, mostly just a test shot today. Look at that. Look at the reveal on that place. Isn't that just amazing? They got the construction cranes out of there, and I've been kind of following it. If you saw my Mini 2S or Mini 2 SE videos, you'll notice that there's going to be a lot of building and infrastructure around this massive place. A lot of golfers. Very expensive to golf here, and it will remain that way. No hiccups on the controller. I really wasn't getting any hiccups before. Trying to get away from that area of green there. Let's get this. Supposed to be a bunch of stores in there. A little promenade. Kind of a cool place, huh? Let's go ahead and get a. Let's go. Okay, let's. Now I have to switch cameras. You have to turn off the. So we'll go to 70 mil. And there's my 70 millimeter shot. Let's go. Continue on, but I want to continue on this way. Then hit go. There we go. That's the. It's hard to see your screen. I do have the brightness turned up all the way. I turned the brightness up all the way. I'm wearing glasses and it's really bright. I got the sun on my face, but I could barely see the slider. So that's really good there. That's a great video. We're tracking the direction that we want to be, which is the direction with 70 millimeter, where we're away from the building, we're not messing with anybody if there's golfers, that kind of thing, and we are now panning into the beautiful part of the shot. So easy stuff. Full RC, 78% battery. You never have to worry about where you're at and how far. Well, you do. I mean, obviously with RID's taken care of with this. But yeah, everything went smoothly. I went on FAA site, registered my new drone, and it went really nice. So not complaining. So today's primarily going to be this. I'm going to do a little bit of backtracking over the golf course. I'm going to catch the best of this area. Let's stop it and let's go out and get the area shot. Okay, we've got the wide or the narrow shot. Now let's go to 24 millimeters. Let's turn that off. You just got to do the quick switch over. That's the beauty of. We got to turn off tracking. Let's go there. Let's now. I'm gonna bring it in a little bit to set up this shot here. That's there, and just another pan once again, just a slow one. And in this case, we only want just a couple of seconds of movement. And you can speed that up if you want. I'm not even recording my screen today. I just don't have that kind of time today. I really have just a few. Let me hit stop right there. Turn that off. I really just have a very short window to fly in. So we're going to take a low pass. We couldn't take a really low pass last time because I had a construction crane to deal with, and all the construction cranes are gone. But this is going to be a really fun target for future drone flights, because there's a lot of building left to do. I mean, there's going to be a PGA event here supposedly next year, 2024. So kind of to open it up. And it looks like we've got some. That looks like a group of white hats, but it's not. And yeah, I'd have to be. Let's go ahead and pull pull back. 66%. Battery drain seems a teeny bit faster than the Mavic. And would I switch this out for any of the Mavic line drones? No. No. Let's just make that clear right now. If I had a Mac Classic. If I had a Mavic Classic, if I had any of the Mavic line drones with the micro four thirds camera, I would deal with the camera and not spend, because you're really going to spend the same for a smaller sensor size, okay? And me and Kai were talking about that the other night. We were talking about, it's like a 3/4 inch versus a 1 inch, kind of thing. And when we were comparing it with the Air 2S, so you Air 2S guys, the other thing is, don't believe the hype. It's a great drone. Don't let me kid you. It's a lot of fun. It's beautiful. It does some really cool stuff. I haven't looked at any of the footage yet, so I have no idea what it looks like on the computer. Just flying in native color, and I've got it set like like the novice photographer I am. So let's get some speed up here and do a golf shot here. Let's move it up. And that was nice and quick. We're not conserving any energy here. We're just touring the course. This will give us the ability to hit a bunch of different holes at the same time. But yeah. Guys, I'm not a fanboy like you think I'm a fanboy. I'm just curious. I'm curious of what this drone had to offer. Let's go here and get down on that flag right there. I wonder if it'll recognize. Well, I guess we could just do point of interest at this point. We can just go here. We can select that little area where the flag is. It's right there. And then we'll twist it. We'll go to the left a little bit and hit go. Just simple. So we got the flag in the center of our shot. St. Andrews, whatever, for a PGA event, whatever. The golfers are probably not going to be out for a while, probably till 8 maybe. But we don't want to bug them, so we'll let it do its full revolution. Can you switch the direction of your turn in flight? Meaning, if you're already going one way, can you go the other way? Here's a good question. Okay, yeah, you can definitely raise the camera up. There you go. A little slow pan there. You got the resort. That's a great shot there. I want to let that one finish. That'll look good. Let's see. Let's go back. Let's stop and go back the other way. Okay. Yep. There it is. We just switched direction. Say we see something we want to repeat. Very nice. I love it when the sprinklers are on too, and the sand is starting to light up. The sand's on the wrong side here. I'm getting the edge of the green. So, all right. Let's hit stop. Let's turn that off. And let's head out. Let's make like a baby and head out. And I think that's it. I think we're done with this video. I'm going to do some range work with this. I'm going to try some things. This is not a range flight at all. It's pretty much just a hack job flight. 54%. Like I said, once again, when you start getting into percentages, you have a lot of freedom of movement. You can turn around here. I know the drone is over here. So, just pretty awesome shots. One thing I do where I get into around this area here is there's a ridge up there, that ridge can block things, and it has in the past, especially with FPV. But it doesn't seem like at our altitude, we're 150 feet. We're pretty much clear of that. I'm not going to go over any houses today. Just going to meander through the course on the way back. I think a lot of you guys are a little bit self-conscious as to whether you need to switch or not. To me, it's always you buy drones, you know, for the reasons that you fly. And if the reason that you're flying today is basically been taken care of by your current drone, just keep it. Just look at that. Look at the water down there. Should I go up above here? Let's go up here. Let's do one of these. I love this shot here. This is one of my favorite shots. Just a nice. Look at how well maintained that green is. A little bit of fungus going on there. You don't think that the ground crew has a drone to check out their fungus? There's the little stream that's actually not a stream. It's a wash that they basically turned into some holding ponds. Supposedly the water from this thing is not going to affect anything. Look at that, they got their own trees down there. That looks like a tree farm that they're going to be using to put trees around. So this will probably have palm trees. They've got their own tree farm. Pretty cool, huh? Smart, efficient. I have no idea how those are very small palm trees, because I'm only 50 feet, so those things got to be only 25 footers. Did you guys know I was a landscaper for 10 years? Yeah. Yes, I was. Mowed about 30 lawns, and took care of a bunch of commercial properties. And it was a good part of my life. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoy the outdoors, and I'm used to being in the heat too because of that. Because it was 100 degrees, you still had to go to work. A little lesson to you kids. Just because the weather's bad doesn't mean you don't get the job done. Kind of like Dad Random taking the Air 3 for the team. This is the Fly More combo. It reminds me, it's very reminiscent of flying the Mini 3 because the camera is literally the same. Just a little lens issue. There we are, we're up there hovering, and let's bring her in. Let's get going. On my hand. Come on. You can't go down. Let's get down. What is up with that? Come on in. Put it in landing mode. That is, why is it not landing in my hand? It says replace or check propellers. I don't know. That was a brand new drone getting pitch landed. Okay, but yeah, I'm not usually a pitch landing person. So, all right. So let's go ahead and give these cameras a break. Let's shut her down, and we will come back to our. Yeah, we can leave the controller on. We'll come back and have some discussion here. That did surprise me. I don't know why it didn't allow me to auto land in my hand. I'm gonna have to actually check that one out. It didn't. I don't know if there's a detection issue. So one of you guys that has become an expert, you let me know about that. I can't let it land in the sand here. This is completely just terrible ground to put a drone in. It's loose, dusty, and it just will turn my gimbal into just a mess. It'll fill up all of the pores of my camera. I would say the only challenging thing is getting the gimbal guard on. you can see that it took me a little bit to figure that out, and probably a short video for somebody. But yeah, so real easy. There's not going to be a lot of, I would say the only hiccup I had was just what you saw, me struggling to get it to land. I don't know why, but controller very solid. We don't know yet. We didn't really do a lot of things that that I would say is difficult for anything. So anyway, not a lot of surprises. Controller screen tends to work the same as a lot of people remember it if you've used the RC. I haven't set up any of the quick functions. I barely got it into the out of the box, and I barely got it in a way where I could fly it. I did, like I said, I did turn up the brightness all the way. Those kinds of things. So, yep. Thanks. All right, let's enjoy. Let's get some flights out of it. Let's get it up the Red Mountain. Let's do some distance testing. Let's check out some objects in flight. Let's do a little bit of photography with it. And I think the verdict is still possibly pending for some of us, but to me, it's just another really good DJI product. Nothing to see here except for just really good solid drone technology. So for Dad Random, for the Air 2S and its maiden flight, I would say yes, only if you are unhappy with your current flight time, only if you are unhappy with maybe flying with the N1 controller, only if you are unhappy, and we can now use your Pro controller. So there's, if you're sitting with a 1-inch sensor and you want to downgrade your sensor for a drone, you'd have to upgrade it for something. Okay, so that upgrade would have to be a better airframe, longer flight time, new batteries, that kind of thing. That would be the reason. I would say, let the video do its thing. You can go back and look at my Air 2S videos. I've got a lot of Air 2S videos. I did a long range one. I did plenty of photography shots with the Air 2S and the Air 2, by the way. So, all right, for Dad Random, I'm out of here. Watch more content coming for the Air 3. Are you gonna sell your Mavic 3 for an Air 3? No. You're not going to do that. Stop thinking crazy. You're not. That's not what this video is about. Later. Have a good one. Fly safe, fly smart. Get your drones registered. Let Karen know where you're at, because she really doesn't care, but you think she cares, which makes it worse. Have fun. Don't stop droning. Bye. Dad Random. Later. Bye.